He comes and goes on a rainbow. Yes, and he's here. And he's a Warriors fan. Michael Snyder, everyone, the culture blaster. Welcome, sir.
Whoa. Hey, look at the big W. High in the sky over the Bay Area. The San Francisco Bay Area exults in the Warriors' victory, and I do too. You know what? Back in the day, back in the prehistoric era of the NBA, two of the greatest rivals were the Philadelphia Warriors and the Boston Celtics. I say that this Warriors victory, led by the terrific trio of Steph and Clay and Dre, is Wilt Chamberlain's revenge. Finally, the Warriors beat the Celtics. It's years later, and in an interesting twist, Steph won the MVP for the finals, and it is now named in honor of Boston Celtics great Bill Russell, who I saw a video of. Hey, congratulations to Steph Curry. I'm going, Wilt Chamberlain is laughing up in heaven right now.
Bill Russell has connections to the Bay Area.
He is a Sacramento resident, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. No complaints about Bill Russell, one of the greatest. But I have to say there's been a lot of hue and cry, like you said, social media, on the radio, a renowned radio announcer who said they should have broken up the Warriors and Steph should have moved on a couple years ago, was full mea culpa today. And they use the word dynasty, folks, and I think it's a fair use of the word. 4 rings for 4 great Warriors players that will go down in certainly the Bay Area Hall of Fame. Obviously, Steph, Clay, and Dre, and Andre Iguodala, Iggy himself. They have
Iggy. Mike, do you think he'll be an assistant coach in the Warriors?
I think he's going to be a coach sooner or later, and before they get to that, maybe he still wants to give one for the thumb a try, but very happy about the Warriors. Incidentally, I've been riveted, besides the NBA Finals, with the hearings in D.C.
Oh, yes.
Let's play a quick game. Here are some clues. Okay. Narcissistic sociopath, transactional manipulator, ignorant megalomaniac. Who could it be? Just thought I'd ask. Anyway, want to get to some movies? Buddy?
Yeah, I've heard a lot about this Lightyear movie. What's the story with that? Now, that's a secret. This is the Buzz Lightyear character now?
Yeah, let me explain it.
Okay.
Since being consumed by the Disney juggernaut after years of the Mouse House just distributing their movies, our own Emeryville, California-based Pixar Animation and the company's creative team have really leaned heavily into exploiting all of their intellectual property. Yeah, they've been doing features based on new concepts with mixed results, although, for instance, the Oscar-winning Soul was tremendous. That's been a fairly recent triumph for Pixar. But Toy Story, Monsters Incorporated, Finding Nemo, and Cars all received the sequel or prequel treatment, and now they've come at Toy Story, at that franchise, from a different angle. Lightyear, which is the story of Space Ranger Buzz Lightyear, is, get ready, ostensibly the mid-1980s sci-fi movie that inspired Andy, the kid in the original Toy Story movies, to want to own a Buzz Lightyear action figure. That Buzz being the sentient toy from the films, voiced by Tim Allen. So we get to watch what one would assume was a Buzz Lightyear film from a fictional character's youth in their 80s, and the resulting feature is certainly clever and fun in its way.
What?
It's not among Pixar's heights. Let's call it A-OK, as the astronauts used to say. We learn about the first significant space exploits by Buzz, he of the catchphrase, "To infinity and beyond."
So is he actually going into space?
Yeah, because it's a movie, a sci-fi movie about a guy named Buzz Lightyear going into space. Okay, and speaking of battle cries, the quote-unquote original Buzz here is voiced by no less an heroic figure than Chris Captain America Evans, who delivers the good guy nobility that you'd expect while offering hints of Tim Allen's, broad vocal work in the Toy Story movies. So, plot-wise, Buzz and a group of colonists crash land on a hostile planet, and this quintessential space ranger, feeling responsible for the situation and the welfare of all the colonists, has to find a way to get them all to their initial destination. And rather than spoil any details, I'll just say that Buzz's loyalty to the Rangers and his friendship with his commanding officer are significant to any feels generated here, and the perils of subspace travel are very important to the plot. The animation is the expected high-quality Pixar work. It's glowing, colorful, top-of-the-heap stuff. The action crackles. Most of the characters score. Even if the jokes are a little tired, There are some wonky twists in the tale that overly complicate matters. And one plot point, which I won't reveal here, seems a bit of a stretch for a movie that's supposed to be from the mid-1980s. Anyway, maybe I'm feeling a little...
The science is ridiculous.
I'm feeling maybe sci-fi fatigue or franchise fatigue. I was entertained but not particularly knocked out. And for the record, the Disney effect may be responsible for the presence of a cutesy robot cat that becomes Buzz's companion, although the Robo-Kitty does generate some amusing moments. On the whole, Lightyear, directed and co-written by Angus MacLane, is well-made family entertainment that isn't as ho-hum as the Cars movies. Yeah, Pixar is far from perfect in my book, but they do such beautiful work. And this is solid. And in any case, the key word here is fun, and that's enough for a conditional recommendation.
All right. It was great. I loved it.
It's in theaters, but quite suited to home viewing when it inevitably shows up on Disney+. Plus.
All right, what else do you have?
All right, here's one just for the grown-ups. In the dramedy Good Luck to You, Leo Grand, a woman of a certain age, played by the ever great Emma Thompson, in fearless fashion, hires an escort after a life that's been, shall we say, short on passion.
What?
Thompson's character, Nancy, is a retired teacher whose hotel room encounter with handsome young and savvy sex worker Leo, who's played in very warm and compassionate style by Daryl McCormick. This becomes an enlightening experience beyond the carnal for both parties. The creative powers behind the movie are both women, director Sophie Hyde and screenwriter Katie Brand, and their sensitivity to Nancy's situation and their respect for Leo's choices make Good Luck to You, Leo Grand, a wonderfully uplifting, deeply moving, painfully intimate, and thoroughly unexploitive movie about sex, desire, mischances, new beginnings, self-knowledge. Thompson, the Oscar-winning vet, delivers a tour de force, and McCormick, who's just kind of getting his acting career in gear, goes toe-to-toe, not to mention other body parts, with Thompson. They play off one another beautifully in this two-hander that's pretty much set entirely in a hotel room but never feels constricted or stifling. It's streaming on Hulu and definitely worth watching.
Wow, okay.
Good luck, Rio Grande.
Yeah. What else do you have? We only have another minute or so.
It was inspired to team Penelope Cruz and Antonio Banderas with fellow Spanish acting star Oscar Martinez in Official Competition, from co-directors and screenwriters Mariano Cohn and Gaston Duprat. This very cleverly named Official Competition, which is primarily in Spanish with English subtitles, shows what happens when an acclaimed but manipulative director, played by Cruz, decides to pit two very arrogant, renowned, yet different actors, Banderas and Martinez, against one another as rivals in her latest movie, which just happens to be bankrolled by a rich CEO with his own agenda. As such, it's a decent, albeit a little longish, satire about movie making, egomania, and degrees of fame that at very, very least offers its trio of leads a great showcase for their talents. Cruz is particularly a standout and should get her usual accolades and awards love at year's end. If people remember this one, Official Competition offers some biting insights and laughs with a few shocks along the way. It's in theaters.
Accolades is a dang word, please. Yeah, go ahead. You have 1 more minute, sir. Do you have one more thing you want to throw in?
Yeah.
Right.
Spiderhead is a very good, tightly focused sci-fi drama with a smart, tense script and some social commentary in the mix. The setting is an island penitentiary where various prisoners have agreed to be guinea pigs for certain mind-altering drugs in exchange for commuted sentences, which are served in relative comfort other than the effects of the drugs. So the guy in charge, played by Chris Thor Hemsworth, is scientist Steve Abnesti, who administers doses to the prisoners under controlled circumstances, although a few of these pharmaceuticals may defy control, and that's the rub. Miles Teller of Flesh, Miles Teller and Journey Smollett of Lovecraft Country are two of the prisoners coping with guilt over crimes and wrestling with the effects of the experiments as they find themselves drawn to one another.
They give them drugs, you're saying, unwittingly. These prisoners are giving drugs.
No, they are quite wittingly.
They're quite witting?
They have agreed to do this for commuted sentences. Please keep up.
I'm sorry.
The science is ridiculous.
You know something or someone's going to snap. Spearhead actually adapted from a short story that appeared in The New Yorker, and it was directed by Joseph Kosinski, who also helmed Top Gun Maverick, which is one of the biggest movies of the year, and that makes Kaczynski 2 for 2, Spearhead, less splashy than Top Gun, but somewhat more provocative. It's no classic, but I definitely liked it. Spearhead streaming on Netflix.
Wow, it's Spearhead or Spiderhead?
Spiderhead.
Okay, Spiderhead is what it's called.
I should use the Spearhead on you.
I'm rushing you, which is,
That's not fake.
No,
that's real.
Right.
Spiderhead.
Spiderhead is what that's called.
Yes, it is.
Official competition you liked. Good luck to you, Leo Grand.
I really
liked.
I did.
You felt there was just sort of virtuoso acting, and it was the whole subject, which could have been exploited, could it not?
Yeah,
but
well,
it was not.
You could have seen naked bodies and gone, no,
it was deftly handled.
Can you let him finish? Sir?
I know. I'm just and Lightyear. You thought was
fun, but nothing to write home about. Something to talk on Mark Thompson's show
The
about.
science is ridiculous.
The science does seem strained on Lightyear. Yeah. Congratulations, Dubs. We'll talk Giants next time you're here.
Indeed.
But it really great of you to come in every Friday. He comes and goes. You can read him in the Marina Times, by the way, at marinatimes.com, and you can find him on social media at Culture Blaster. He comes and goes on a rainbow. Bye-bye, Michael.
So long, everybody.